Ariel Helwani in San Jose, California, alongside Frank Mir, who meets Daniel Cormier this Saturday night at UFC on Fox number 7. And Frank, we just saw you and Daniel face off, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seemed like you exchanged words. What did you guys say to each other?
I was telling him how beautiful his brown eyes were. He was really confirming that he liked my light-colored eyes. And
No, honestly, what did you say?
I don't even really remember. We were just kind of talking. I was just gibberish back and forth. Yeah.
Is there bad blood between you two?
No, we have two guys that really want to go and compete against each other on Saturday and fight hard. I think Daniel is the same as me as a competitor. That when the lights are on us, we're very determined to defeat the guy in front of us as soundly as possible. As far as are we okay with each other outside that? Yeah. But I mean, that doesn't mean he's not trying to take money out of my pocket, and I'm trying to do the same to him.
I mentioned this to him when we spoke. It seemed like there's a lot of respect there, but there have been some subtle jabs thrown from both sides. You said that you heard he was lazy in practice. He talked about your motivation, things like that. Where did you come up with something like that? Because when you talk about Daniel Cormier to other people, that's not something that people usually bring up, laziness.
Oh, you know how the Jackson team has all those spies everywhere. So I have footage and stuff that I was watching.
Right. That's where you heard. So you have people at AKA looking
all
for
the time.
you.
Everybody's on payroll.
So he said, he said that sometimes you mentally break in fights. That you're a front runner. He said to us, when the going is good, you're all good. But when it's tough, you kind of break. What do you make of that?
I 100% agree. I think that that's just been something I've had problems with in the past, and I probably always will. So hopefully I get out front real quickly in the fight and continue to stay there.
Why, at the end of the day, did you feel like you had to go to Jackson's?
I'll be more focused. I mean, in all seriousness, to focus more on the fight. A lot of times I'm a father and a husband equally trying to train for fights, and that's not a good recipe to try to compete at the top level in the world. I think that, going out there gave me some seclusion and some more dedication and, pulls away some of the distractions that I allow to come into my life through the family.
Did you like it? Will you do it again?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. I like the kind of shape I'm in right now. I like how everything turned out for the fight. Obviously, if a lot of people it's kind of a silly question to me when people sit there and go, well, if you were to lose, are you going to continue to do it? I'm all, well, I've trained poorly for fights and won them, and that doesn't necessarily mean that the training justified the outcome. It's just that sometimes fights are very sporadic. But I definitely feel that the percentages for me to win have been increased in this fight by training at Jackson's, and I'll always continue to do so.
When you saw what you were doing at Jackson's, what he brought to the table, not only him but the whole team, were you thinking, wow, I've been missing out for the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, there's some things you see there, and it's like, okay, well, I know that. We've already done that. But, I just kept going through the process. But there are a lot of things, too, that you look at it and go, wow, some of the more psychological approach to it, just really breaking me down and sitting there and telling me what I'm thinking at certain points and what I'm going through and how to fix it and adjust it. And answers besides just, biting down on your mouthpiece and going hard.
We saw an amazing side of you in the Road to the Octagon special. You were emotional talking about your family, and you said a line that I think has stuck out more than any from that show. Your definition of hell is seeing the guy that you could have been upon arriving to hell, afterlife, right? Do you feel that about yourself? Do you feel like you haven't lived up to your own expectations? Is this something you've thought about?
Oh, absolutely not. I feel that I don't think anybody who's motivated feels that they're achieved the level of success that they should. I always feel that every night when I put my head down on the pillow, there's always those questions like, oh, maybe I should have done this harder and done that. And then the next day you do them. And then once you settle those, you figure out there's 4 or 5 more things you could have done better. And then you try to fix those. And it's a never-ending process to try to make yourself the best person you possibly can. I think that the day that you feel content, and that you're just bullying yourself around. You're just talking. There's no way anybody can truly feel that they've arrived.
Is Daniel Cormier, in your opinion, deserving of all the buzz and the hype that he has received?
Well, yeah, he has a lot of potential. He was in Strikeforce. He has Barnett and Silva on his resume for wins. His wrestling credentials is, everybody speaks highly of wrestling. We've seen other wrestlers come in and do extremely well. Sort of all the divisions to be, forms of martial arts to be proficient at. It's one of the best, most dominant. He trains at a great camp. So I think that, all the hype is justified. I think that's a lot going in. It's just now if he could, uphold to everything that, that everybody's saying about him.
How do you see yourself winning?
Either knockout or submission. Obviously, I don't think I'm going to take him down and control him and grind him out. But I feel that the ability to finish the fight as far as to a knockout or submission, that definitely is in my corner.
Frank, always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Good luck on Saturday.
No problem. Thanks.